let me speak some truth to this clown, man. You always say I tried to sign you, right? Yeah, I tried to sign you. But what happened in that session when I came, man? You snorted cocaine all motherfucking back and forth to the bathroom, nigga. 4, 5 of y'all. You was in the bathroom with my nigga Tunches snorting cocaine, my nigga. Back to back, my nigga. Back to back, my nigga. Like, I'm here to listen to music, nigga. You going back and forth to the bathroom snorting cocaine, my nigga. Like, let's be honest, bro. Like, man, you full of hate, you full of jealousy, my nigga. You know, what kind of nigga be on a nigga live while he working out? Like, you obsessed, my nigga. And let's be gangster, bro. Let's tell the world how you got your name, my nigga. Kodak. You know how many times I said they called me Kodak, man, in my rhymes before you was even rapping, my nigga? Let's be honest how you got your name, my nigga. Like, bro, like, you ain't like that, my nigga. Niggas in the feds look at you like a bitch, my nigga. You the only rapper to ever check PC, go to the feds, my nigga. Like, man, you ain't like that, bro. Like, and it's the blood of Jesus over here. You voodoo, my nigga. We ain't gonna see eye to eye. We ain't gonna see eye to eye, my nigga. Like, yeah, you always talking about, nigga, I tried to sign you. Nigga, you was stinking, bro. Your fucking boxers was filthy, like, man, ask Kodak, bro. I mean, ask niggas who was there. Ask niggas who was, nigga, you got dirty the whole night, my nigga. Like, nigga, you ain't Boosie, my nigga. Like, you could never be, my nigga. Like, I mean, bro, you full of hatred. You full of jealousy, man, bro. You need to get yourself together, man. Like, once you check PC, man, like, you a sucker in all the real niggas' eyes across the world, bro. You know, like, let's keep it real, man. Like, you ain't like that, nigga. You ain't like that at all.
Apparently, we got this Boosie beef with Kodak Black, and I guess it was over. I remember this. It started over, you know, Kodak Black, you know, doing the song with the informant from Brooklyn, the Rainbow Ninja. So Boosie called him out on that. So Boosie is like the OG Pookie James Brown of the snitching community. So, you know, Boosie is the godfather of the rap community in the black community for not snitching culture. All right. So, you know, his calling card is, I was facing the death penalty and I still didn't snitch. That's his calling card. That's something that he gonna die on that hill until you live to see him snitch, or he gonna die on that hill. And he called out Kodak Black, and I feel like rightfully so, for doing a song with the Rainbow Ninja at the time, who was known for getting all them dudes from Treyway in jail, which I can't say. They put themselves in jail by affiliating with him. So now, you know, Boosie is going back and forth with Kodak Black and said, we did a studio session probably way back when, and you and my homie was going back and forth to the bathroom playing with y'all nose. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, so people in the comment section, is this considered snitching by Boosie? Like, my thing is this, like, what is the definition of snitching to y'all? Because, you know, gossiping, you got the queso dude, father, talking about, I just told what happened. They're making snitching everything. And this is what happens when you get people who don't know nothing about the streets, never been in the trenches. You know what I'm saying? They know all the streets in Chicago. They know Cabrini Green. They know the projects in Queen, but they ain't never been in it. What is snitching? If y'all do a crime together and you tell on somebody, that's snitching. You know what I'm saying? That's snitching. Now, if you witness the crime and you tell, oh, I seen, that's not snitching. I don't care where you at in the game. If you witness somebody doing something wrong, you put them in jail to protect your community. That's not snitching. And only in the black community do they protect criminals. I always say that. Now, you want to say, you know, he gossiping. about Kodak going to the bathroom allegedly and playing with his nose, that's up to him, man. A lot of these people doing the Coca-Cola, man. I don't do drugs. So, I don't do drugs. I don't smoke weed. I don't do none of that. Every wild blue moon, I might take an edible because it hit different than CBD for my muscle pains and my neck pains and stuff. But that's rarely. I can go the rest of my life without smoking and drinking. I rarely drink. I socially drink, but that's just me. That's why people go, oh man, you look young. Feel like, I don't indulge in that shit. All that shit do is rot you from the inside. And then once you start seeing the residual effects on your face and on your body and the wrinkles and people looking old and shit, that's what's going on. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just what y'all eating in y'all body. The drugs y'all doing. I didn't know it was so recreational for people to do the Coca-Cola. Now I seen people do lean. I sipped some lean back in the day when I lived down south. I took a sip and I couldn't move first. I said, nah, it's not for me. It's not for me. Like my boy Al from Chicago, like, hey, here, try this. I'm like, fuck is this? I froze for a second. I'm like, nah, it ain't for me, but I'm good. No shrooms. And I didn't indulge in the Molly phase, the ecstasy. All that shit was weird to me. All that shit was weird to me. You know what I'm saying? Perks. That it just ain't for me. So people would just, bust out, do a line of coke. Like I said, in I think in Mexico, they made it a recreational drug. And in hospitals, they use it. It used to be an oxycodone a little bit. It was rumored to be in Coca-Cola in the beginning. That's how Coca-Cola started their company, allegedly, based off that white. But yeah, I mean, for me personally, it's just, no. And I think a lot of people they smoke weed, they smoke cigarettes to reduce stress when dude, sometimes you just need a good run. Sometimes you just need to go to the gym, Pilates, yoga. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just need to go fishing. Sometimes you just need to read a book. Sometimes you need to get into the infrared sauna, the hot tub. Sometimes that's just what you need to do. That's it. Sometimes that's just what you need to do. I feel like a lot of people don't understand the anatomy of their body or stress relief. Sometimes music can change your mood. You know what I'm saying? So, I had to learn those things, but a lot of these people, they turn to these drugs to make them feel good. And then it was alleged that, I read an article on Complex that he said he do the Rockford, Illinois. I just put it that way. He do the hard shit. And, in my opinion, though, I didn't really care for Kodak Black. I started listening to his music, very talented. He said some wild stuff, bro, but his manager claimed he ain't on that shit. And obviously seeing him and seeing what the internet presents, you hope he get his life together, bro. Because the people around him don't mind him probably being strung out because they taking advantage. I just seen him, pay people bills in the hood. There was a particular story about him where they robbed his mother's apartment or something like that, and he rounded up everybody, and he made them return the shit to the apartment and apologize. You know what I'm saying? And I see him. I think he bought some kids some laptops last year. So I'm always for people that you might say, well, he destroyed the community. I don't know what he did in Florida, but I see him giving back to his community. Some people that come into the hip hop culture before people come talking about what he did in the streets. Look, here it is, what it is. But I see a lot of people that come into this culture like Miley Cyrus, Leon Cohen, the dude from Def Jam. I see a lot of these dudes, these dudes come into the culture and they take a lot of money from the culture, bro. They make a lot of profit from the culture. They take a lot from the culture and extract it, and they don't replenish it. They don't give nothing back. They don't leave what they took. They take a whole bunch and replenish nothing. So for people to come back to their neighborhoods and feed people and buy laptops and pay people bills, I think it was one point he gave out. I remember some years ago, he gave them air conditioning when they didn't have it in the Florida heat. Ever been to Florida in summertime? I'm in all for that. So hopefully them brothers can put their differences aside. And Boosie just got to learn, bro, influence, Pookie character. And I like Boosie, going back to ghetto stories and when he was coming up. He got to learn that sometimes shut the fuck up. That's it. Sometimes it's best not to have an opinion on people. If that's what he doing, allow him to make that song with that guy. You don't need to call everything out. Your influence within the black community, it holds a lot of weight. And now you started a beef with a young man that didn't even need to start a beef. Maybe get on the phone with him and talk to him. But now, you know, you gossiping and talking about, oh yeah, when he was here, he was doing blow and doing, you know, and then how good is that? We don't need to be divided. And this is why I went so hard on the Bam out of bio video. Don't be divided and let these people be decisive, these tethers, these no, man, we need to celebrate what Bam out of bio did. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of y'all people claiming to be Kobe fans, y'all wasn't fans when he was alive. Oh, he snitched on Shaq and this, that. Shaq was a whole ass nigga. No offense to Shaq, but that's just, you know, if you dig into it, how he did Penny Hardaway. He was jealous of Penny. He was jealous of Kobe. So at the end of the day, he had that shit coming. Ain't no fucking snitching within the regular confines of American society when you are an law-abiding citizen. But I will say within the workplace environment, it is snitching, and that was snitching. But thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, check out the music entertainment playlist, check out the Real 101 playlist. Hit the link in the description. It say find me everywhere, Patreon, Instagram, Facebook, the whole nine.